for one, safety is a big one. So from the clinician's perspective, from my perspective, seeing someone who lives far away, it's a bit of a judgment call to determine whether I think it's safe for the patient to go on. Good example is I can't treat a patient on a clinical trial with an experimental medication who lives a plane flight away. If you have to sometimes patients will tell me, well, I can afford it. I'm happy to fly to your clinic once a month in order to be on this clinical trial, right? Even if there weren't a financial hurdle to them, I have to tell them, no, it's not safe. What if something happened on the plane? What if something happened out of state? These are new medications that outside of the trial, patients, doctors in the emergency room in your town may never have heard of this, right? So I think there is a safety perspective, and typically I tell patients you have to be in driving distance. But driving distance is pretty broadly framed, and we have patients who have to travel pretty far from their home within New York or in the tri-state area to come to us. And so the second part of that is there is an expense. Most patients can't easily afford to do all this, right? All the extra driving, maybe there's some nights in a hotel you have to spend before your next CAT scan and so forth. So it's always worth to ask about reimbursement in the process of finding out about the trial, right? As you talk to your doctor about it, while you're doing all the screening tests, you can ask these questions. What about the expense I have? The added expense of being on the trial, the travel expense. And many of our studies, not categorically all of them, will actually reimburse patients for money they spend on gas, money they spend for a hotel, and so forth. So worth asking.